Now read this one. Listen. Now read
Yes,
this.
sir. Sir, open interval minus pi by 2, comma pi by 2 is said to be the principal value, a branch of tan inverse of x.
All you should see, read sentence. All you should see, read this sentence. All you should see, read this sentence.
Yes, sir.
Read this sentence.
Sir, your screen is little blur, sir.
Dhiram Jasiraj.
So minus pi by 2, the closed interval of minus pi by 2 and pi by 2 is called the principal value branch of tan inverse of x or arc tan
Not
x.
closed interval, open interval. Open interval, not close. Small brackets here, small brackets. Okay. Open interval.
Okay, sir.
Powers and Churchill. Read this line. Powers and Churchill. Read this line.
Sir, I'm not able to see clearly, sir.
Joseph. Read this line.
Okay, sir. Sir, open interval of minus pi by 2, comma pi by 2 is called the principal value branch of tan inverse x, sir.
Yeah, very good. Joseph. Staines Johnson. Staines Johnson.
Sir, open interval minus pi by 2 is called the principal value branch of tan inverse x.
Very good. Staines Johnson. Blessina. Read this line. Read this sentence. Blessina.
So minus pi by 2, comma pi by 2 is called the principal
Stop.
value.
Stop.
Sir, open
Blessina.
interval, sir.
Not only man. First of all, you should read that also. Open interval. Don't forget. Don't forget
Okay, sir.
in reading open interval. This word also very important. Now read.
Open interval minus pi by 2, comma pi by 2 is called the principal value branch of tan inverse x.
My dear Kiran Raj, read this sentence.
Okay, sir.
Kiran Raj,
Yes,
read this
sir.
sentence.
Open bracket minus pi by 2, comma pi by
Open
2.
interval.
Yes, sir. Open
Kiran
interval
Raj,
of
open interval.
yes, sir. Open interval of minus pi by 2, comma pi by 2 is called the principal value branch of tan inverse x.
Very good. Kevin Paul.
Open
Kevin
interval
Paul.
minus pi by 2, comma pi by 2 is called the principal value branch of tan inverse x.
Very good. Yashwant Ram. Yashwant
Open
Ram.
interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2 is called the principal value branch of tan inverse of x.
And last, Preeti. My dear Preetika.
Yes, sir. Open interval minus pi by 2, comma pi by 2 is called the principal value branch of tan inverse x.
Yes. I asked all of you to read this sentence because these are very important points for this chapter. Principal value branches of different inverse trigonometric functions. You should remember principal value branches of different inverse trigonometric functions. Okay, my children.
Okay, sir.
I repeat this line, tan inverse x, this notation is called tan inverse x or arc tan x. You can call in two different ways. Arc tan x or tan inverse x denote the same. Understood this point, my dear children?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And moreover, tan inverse x is not equal to tan x whole inverse. Don't be confused here. This is inverse trigonometric function. This is a reciprocal of tan x. That is tan inverse x is not equal to 1 by tan x. Okay, my children, remember this point also. So for this tan inverse x, domain is real numbers, and the range is open interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Previously we discussed this point. Principal value branch is taken as range of tan inverse x. Okay, my children.
Okay, sir.
Similarly, we can find the principal value branches of remaining three cot inverse x. What is the domain of cortex? What is the domain of this function cortex? Do you remember? This is the domain of the cortex, and this is a range of cortex. But in this case, if you take this domain, if you take this set as domain, it is not bijective. That is why here also we divide the number line. Here we divided this number line into different intervals. Can you tell me the different intervals here? Here we divided the number line into different intervals. Open interval minus 3 pi comma 2 pi. Open interval minus 2 pi comma minus pi. Open interval minus pi comma 0. Open interval 0 comma pi. Open interval pi comma 2 pi, etc. All these intervals are called different branches of cot inverse x. But especially open interval 0 comma pi. 0 comma pi is called principal value branch of cot inverse x. All of you read these two lines, my dear children. Open interval 0 comma pi is called principal value branch of cot inverse x. This notation is read as cot inverse x or arc cot x. Will you read these two lines, my dear children, one by one? Krupal, read these lines. Krupal, Grayson, read these lines. Read these two lines.
Yes, sir. Open interval 0 comma pi is called principal value branch of cot inverse x. Cot inverse x is read as cot inverse x or arc cos x or cot x.
Very good, Grayson. Will you read Ayush Singh?
Yes, sir. Which line, sir?
From here. From here.
0 comma pi is called principal value.
Stop. Open interval. I said clearly, small brackets. If small brackets are written, they are called open interval. Open interval 0 comma pi. Now read.
Open interval 0 comma pi is called principal value branch cot minus 1x.
Cot inverse x.
Cot
Not
inverse
cot.
x.
This notation is read as
Close interval.
not close interval. Just it is read as. It is read as
cot inverse x or cot x.
arc cot x. Okay, thank you, Ayush Singh. Jiram Jasliraj.
Open interval 0 comma pi is called principal value branch of cot inverse x or r cot x.
Okay, Powerson Churchill.
Open interval 0 comma pi is called principal value branch of cot inverse x. It is read as cot inverse x or arc cot x.
Very good, Powerson Churchill. Joseph.
Okay, sir. Open interval of 0 comma pi is called principal value branch of cot inverse x. Cot inverse x is read as cot inverse x or r cot x, sir.
Very good, Joseph. Staines Johnson.
Open interval 0 comma pi is called principal value branch of cot inverse x. Is read as cot inverse x or arc cot x.
Very good, Staines Johnson. Blessina.
Sir, open interval 0 comma pi is called principal value branch of cot inverse x and is also called arc cot x.
Okay, my dear Blessina. Kiran Raj.
Okay. Oh, Open interval of 0, pi is called principal value branch of cot inverse x. It is read as cot inverse x or r cot x.
Very good, Kiran Raj. Kevin Paul.
Open interval 0, pi is called principal value branch of cot inverse x. Cot inverse x is also read as cot inverse x or arc cot x.
Very good, Kevin Paul. Yashwant Ram. Yashwant Ram.
Especially open interval 0 comma pi is called principal value branch of cot inverse x. Cot inverse x is the notation is read as cot inverse x or r cot x.
Okay, my dear Yashwant Ram, thank you. Preetika.
Yes, sir. Open bracket 0, pi is called as principal
Not
value branch.
Preetika. Stop. Not open bracket.
Okay,
Open
sir.
interval. Open interval.
Okay, sir. Open interval 0, pi is called as principal value branch of cot inverse x. This is read as cot inverse x or r cot x.
Okay, my dear children, all of you learn these principal value branches of inverse trigonometric functions and how to read the notation. Okay, my dear children.
Okay, sir.
Same rule. This rule, as we have followed the same rule for the previous inverse trigonometric functions, we follow the same. Cot inverse x is not equal to cot x whole inverse. This is inverse trigonometric function. This is a reciprocal of cot x. That is, cot inverse x is not equal to 1 by cot x. Okay, my dear children.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
Right. Now, we are going to discuss principal value branch of secant inverse x. This is the domain of secant x, and this is the range of secant x. But if you take this one as domain, here secant x is not a bijective function. It is not a bijective function. So here also we divide the number line into different intervals. We divide this number line like this. Open interval minus 2 pi, comma minus pi. So here also we divided the number line into different intervals. All these are called different branches of secant inverse x, especially closed interval 0 comma pi, closed interval 0 comma pi minus singleton pi by 2. Singleton set pi by 2 is called principal value branch of secant inverse x. Here this notation is called secant inverse x or arc secant x. Here also secant inverse x is not equal to secant x whole inverse, whole to the power of -1. That is secant inverse x is not equal to 1 by secant x. Okay, my children. So closed interval 0 comma pi, closed interval 0 comma pi minus singleton set pi by 2 is called principal value branch of secant inverse x, and this notation is read as secant inverse x or arc secant x. Secant inverse x is not equal to secant x whole power -1. That is secant inverse x is not equal to 1 by secant x. Okay, my children, all of you learn these points. Principal value branch of secant inverse x. Okay. Once all of you read this line from here. From here, can you read all of you? Krupal? Pritika? Pritika?
Sir, can you read it once, sir?
Closed interval 0 comma pi, closed interval 0 comma pi minus singleton set pi by 2, minus singleton set pi by 2 is called principal value branch of secant inverse x. This notation is read as secant inverse x or arc secant x.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Closed interval 0 comma pi minus singleton pi by 2 is called principal value branch of secant inverse x. This is read as secant inverse x or arc secant x.
Very good, Pritika. Yashwant Ram, can you read this one from here? Yashwant Ram.
Especially open interval 0 comma pi
Yashwant
minus.
Ram, stop. Closed interval, not open interval. Closed interval. Just now,
Okay, sir.
Pritika read. Just now, Pritika read it clearly. Now read. Closed interval.
Sir, what's the bracket next to that?
Singleton set.
Okay, sir.
Singleton means only one element is there in this set. Only
Okay.
one element. Singleton set.
Especially closed interval 0 comma pi minus singleton set pi by 2 is called principal value branch of secant inverse x. Secant, the notation is read as secant inverse x or arc secant x.
Thank you, my dear Yashwant Ram. Now Kevin Paul.
Closed interval 0 comma pi minus singleton set pi by 2 is called principal value branch of secant inverse x. Secant inverse x is also read as secant inverse x or r secant x.
Very good, Kevin Paul. Kiran Raj. Now Kiran Raj.
Yes, sir. A closed interval of 0 comma pi minus a singleton pi by 2 is called a principal value branch of secant inverse x. It is read as secant inverse x or arc secant x.
Very good, Krupal. Kiran Raj. Stens Jensen.
closed interval 0 comma pi minus singleton set pi by 2 is called principal value branch of secant inverse h. This notation is also read as secant inverse h or arc secant h.
Very good, my dear Stains Johnson. Joseph. Now you read, Joseph.
Okay, sir. Open interval of 0 comma pi minus singleton set of pi by 2 is called the principal value branch of secant inverse of x. Secant inverse of x is read as secant inverse of x or arc secant x, sir.
Very good, my dear Joseph. Now Jerome Jasliraj. Jerome Jasliraj.
Yes, sir. The closed set of 0 comma pi minus singleton set of pi by 2 is called principal value branch of secant inverse x. This notation is read as secant inverse x or arc secant x.
Very good, my dear Jerome Jasliraj. Ayush Singh. Ayush Singh.
Yes, sir.
Read this sentence.
Close interval 0 comma pi minus
Singleton set. Singleton set.
singleton set is called principal value branch of sec sec inverse x. Sec inverse x is read of. So what you have written there?
Secant.
Secant
Secant inverse.
x or r secant or r secant x.
Very good, Ayush Singh. Grayson.
Yes, sir. Closed interval 0 comma pi minus singleton set pi by 2 is called principal value branch of sec inverse x. It is read as secant inverse x or arc secant x.
Very good, my dear Grayson. Thank you. Krupal. Krupal.
Yes, sir. Open interval 0 comma pi minus tilde by
Singleton
2 is
set. Singleton set. Pi by 2. Krupal. Singleton set pi by 2. Krupal. Krupal. My dear Krupal.
yes, sir.
Read. Read it.
Sir, open interval 0 comma pi minus singleton pi by 2.
Stop. This is closed interval, not open interval. Your classmates, all the classmates read completely. You are the last person, but again you are reading mistake. You are reading mistake. You are not paying attention here. Around 10%, 10 students read this sentence. Around 10 students read this sentence. You are not paying attention here. Read it now, Krupal.
Sir, closed interval 0 comma pi minus singleton pi by 2 is called principal value branch of sec inverse x. Sec inverse x is read as secant inverse x or arc secant x.
Okay, my dear children, we continue the next class. Anyway, are there anyone artificial intelligent student in this class? Artificial intelligence student in this class? Can I take that class 3:30? My dear children?
Okay, sir.
3:30. Again, 3:30 maths class is there. Okay, my dear children?
Sir, 3:30 to what time, sir?
Only 4:15. 3:30 to 4:15.
Okay, sir.
Okay, ma.
Okay,
All
sir.
of you, please attend the same period, sixth period, last period, 3:30 to 4:15. Now you can leave the meeting, my dear children.
Thank you, sir.